The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guest, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed. All right, guys, summer's coming. It's time to step it up in the gym and step it up in nutrition. And there's no better protein on the market to help you than these carnivore RTDs. Okay, these RTDs are the best macros on the market. 40 grams of protein, 0 fat, 0 sugar, 0 lactose, 0 gluten. You want to get ready for summer? These carnivore RTDs are the way to go.
That's right, guys. You heard it from my man himself. If you're looking for the perfect post-workout RTD, Carnivore is it. Look no further. You can get yours today with the link below.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
In the meantime.
Que pasa, Hodger?
What's up, buddy?
I'm
Brazilian now.
You're Brazilian.
Hodger? How do you spell Hodger?
Roger.
It's just Roger in Brazilian?
It's Roger in Brazilian.
Like Hoyce?
Like Hoyce is Royce. Henzo is what? Henzo is Renzo.
All right. So they have
not
Rogers in
Brazilian,
Brazil.
but Portuguese.
I've met, like, in my lifetime, I think I've met maybe 5 Rogers. It's not a very
Roger
common
Gracie
name.
is him and
It's your favorite?
him. I mean, he's one of the. Him and Gordon are probably considered the best ever.
Who was the guy? He was a Gracie who fought recently. Was it Kron? Fought recently and didn't have a good showing.
He is Hickson's son.
Okay, Hickson's son. Okay. Yeah, he came up a little short. Even Dana said, and Dana's a fan.
He fought Cub, right? I know Cub boxed him up pretty good. Yeah.
The one that he...
I don't know if that was on, though.
He literally scooted on his butt the whole fight?
Yeah, no.
I don't think it was Cub.
No, it wasn't. It was not.
Speaking of scooting on your butt, how's your butt doing?
Not good, buddy.
I've been there. Frankie's dealing with some butt issues, and I hemorrhoids.
But I didn't get him the way Roger got him. Okay? So,
but you poked him back in for me.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
So anyway, listen. I'll tell my story. You tell your story.
I'm not telling my story.
See,
I'm a private individual.
You get so shy. You get so shy. People want to hear about your life, Frankie. I'll tell about mine. So maybe 10 years ago, I never had them in my life, and I've had some friends that had to get surgery and the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm worried about.
Like 10 years ago, you know how they say you get it sitting on the toilet too long?
I know. It could be. I'm done bringing my phone.
I'm
done bringing my phone.
Don't bring your phone on the toilet. Just sitting there too long.
But I think it could be from lifting legs, too. I've been lifting legs a lot.
I've heard a million rumors, but anyway, that's one of the ones I heard. But maybe like 10 years ago, maybe even more than that. Just one day I was like, something feels weird, you know? So at the end of the day, I was in the shower and I'm kind of, checking things out back there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, never even entered my mind, like hemorrhoid. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And I was like, wonder if that could be. Well, we had a nanny, won't say her name, I don't want to embarrass her at the time, that I can remember in the past had been talking about how she had some issues with that. And she would, she'd make a joke out of it and make, funny comments. And I called her. She'd since left us and wasn't nannying us anymore. And I said, what? I think I have one of those. I think I have a hemorrhoid. What do you do about it? And she's like, take a long bath in Epsom salt and just kind of poke it back in. I was like, really? Like, really? I don't have to go see a doctor? I did it. And it worked. Never had it since. That was like...
You got long fingers, bro. That's why. You got long fingers. I got these short, stubby ones. I can't really poke it in too good.
There was another guy in the hot tub with me.
Yeah, of course.
So, so this is your first experience too, I'm guessing.
Yes.
It's not going well.
No. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I'm hoping I don't need that surgery because I know people that had the surgery and it's miserable. So I'm going in there thinking I'm going to need that just to prepare myself mentally.
Right.
I'm hoping to not, But then I've talked to some people. They're like, "Yo," I told some people. They said, "What is it like a golf ball down there?" I'm like, "A golf ball?
No,
jeez, it's like a peanut, maybe."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I had, like a peanut. Yeah,
You
golf
know,
ball. Yeah, well, listen, I had a friend, again, I'll let him remain nameless because it doesn't matter for the story, but he had him really bad. I'm assuming like golf ball style, and he had to go for the surgery. And I can remember afterwards, he was like down and out for like a couple weeks, a week or two. He said it was absolutely miserable. But you were telling me something when I talked to you when you first made your discovery. You said, and I know they do this with animals, like they'll put a rubber band on it.
Yeah, it's called banding.
Yeah. That's something they do on humans, or you don't know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I've seen, and that's why I made a doctor appointment with someone that does that. But I don't know if
Andrew, get a rubber band.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
We're
know
gonna
if
need you over here for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm I'm sure you have to be a candidate for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't think your little penis
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Qualify. Let us know, people, Frankie. The people want to know. So next time we reconvene here, you might.
The fact you brought it up is a little.
Dude, what do you want to talk about? The weather?
No, you want to talk about your ass? Talk your asshole. That's not. His asshole on the mind.
Talk about the weather, dude. Nobody talks on this show about assholes more than you.
What?
You talk about gay shit more than anybody I know.
I don't ever actually talk about anybody's asshole.
You talk about buttholes.
No,
you do.
No.
Yes, you do. All right. So moving on.
Your mouth.
Moving on. UFC 300. We're going to be at Ribs in Silverton, New Jersey, live podcasting. Yeah. We'll talk about. I don't want to pick your brain too much on that because we're obviously going to. But our boy Cody's fighting. He's
opening
first up,
the
right?
card.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Opening the card. What do you think about that? 2 champions. That's 2 former champions opening the card.
Who is he fighting? Not
Figueroa.
Font. Figueroa. Yeah. Font's on that card too, though, right? Rob Font.
No, I don't believe so.
I thought I saw
Calvin Cater is though.
Calvin
It's his
Cater.
teammate.
Yes.
He's fighting Aljo. Yes. And Aljo, former champ.
Yep. You want to talk about some of your picks for that, or you want to wait till Saturday?
Yeah, let's wait. I'm not doing any picks no more.
Why?
No, I'll do some picks.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm joking.
Listen, whatever I pick, I'm always wrong. So just pick the opposite.
Yeah, I don't like doing picks.
I feel like you're right on, spot on, not spot on. You're on.
No.
Could be
it's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of them are tough to pick. I don't like picking. I know a lot of these guys. I see a lot of these guys. And I just don't like picking.
Yeah, but I see they do it for you. Yeah. I see interviews where you're fighting and they all like, nobody says anything. No more. Nobody says anything bad about you, but they're always like, I think Frankie's got this, or I don't know, this guy's stylistically, the way Frankie lines up. Everybody does it.
Yeah, I know. I said I just don't like doing it.
Right.
I'll do some picks though.
Okay.
Who are you picking?
I'll tell you Saturday. We'll talk about it Saturday.
Oh, Saturday we're gonna do the picks. Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna save it. He wants high tension picks.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, want to wrap it? We talked about hemorrhoids and UFC 300. Let's go home.
Yeah.
You are though. Like people call you a badass, and they have for years. You are actually you have a badass.
I have a badass. Yo, hey, I don't know, man. What was the worst surgery you had?
I have had back surgery. I had the nerve surgery in my leg, which wasn't bad. The testing they do for that hurt more than anything. They stick fucking giant needles in the bottom of your foot and they test the nerve conductivity.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Dude, they stuck one. All of them didn't really hurt. Some of them I didn't even feel because I have so much nerve damage, literally one. But they stuck this one right in the middle of my foot, bro. I fucking you feel that like the fucking tears. You're not trying to, trying to cry, but the tears just come down your eye because it hurts so fucking bad, But worst surgery pain wise, when I was. What was I, 19 or 20, I had my first back surgery, and I can remember waking up from it. Well, the pain leading up to it was absolutely excruciating. I've never been in that to this day, and I've been in a million wrecks. I've never had anything close compared to pain. I remember one night it was so bad. This is when I first injured it, and I don't know exactly how I injured it. I think I injured it jumping off Kingsman Quarry, but I wasn't. It's the weirdest thing is it's probably a 100 plus foot rock quarry that filled in. They took so much granite out that they hit groundwater and it filled in, so they abandoned it. And I jumped off it when I was like 19, maybe I was 19, 20 or whatever. About 100 feet. I got it on video, but it's like VHS. And I landed and I was fine. I even went out with my friends that night, but like a day or two later, I woke up in the morning and I couldn't even move. Literally, it was just couldn't even move. I felt like I could wiggle my toes. I knew I wasn't paralyzed, but kind of felt that way. And my father took me to, the emergency room, all that. They just loaded me. This is back in the day when they could give you opioids like it was nothing. They gave me Oxy 80s back then in 90 pill form. Like this is probably, what year would this been? I graduated in 93. It's probably been like 94, 95. So, wasn't opioids wasn't like the crisis it became, So they just hopped me up on pills. And then I was so young, they didn't want to operate. So there was maybe like a month, maybe 2 months delay. And I never got out of bed. I never got off the floor for like a month or two. And I remember one night, my dad had made this little bed for me in front of the TV up on his level so they could I had a room in the basement. But they set up this little, makeshift room for me in the living room. And they went to bed. And I remember I was laying on my stomach, watching TV, like laying on a pillow. And it was, 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I was in so much pain. I was trying to yell to him and I couldn't even get words out because I was just in so much pain. I just grabbed the TV remote and cranked the TV, all the volume, as loud as it would go till my dad came downstairs. And he was stressed, obviously, because nobody wants to see their son like that, especially 19 years old. He said, fuck this, we're taking you in the morning, we're taking you to Bangor, and you're not leaving until you're fixed. Took me to Bangor, and they scheduled me for a surgery, which was only a disectomy, because I had some pretty good herniations, but it was a L4, L5 disectomy and a S1 decompression. And I remember waking up from that surgery, like literally the surgery was like an hour, waking up from it and thinking I'm going to be like 100%. Like, you're a kid. You get that kid mentality. Like, I just had surgery. I'm going to be fucking great after this, Dude, I was in excruciating pain for probably 6 months after that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. Had a ton of nerve damage from it. So probably that, I guess. Yeah. Not the actual surgery, but the back experience,
The whole journey of it.
The whole journey was horrible.
My back's been a mess. I've definitely been seized up where I couldn't get up. I couldn't stand up. If I stand up, I'd be like getting a bad spasm and stuff. But never like where I was like, I mean, getting ready for fights, dude. Like my back, I would wake up at 6 in the morning and have to take a bath before I go training. So my back was all jacked up. But never like where I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. You know what I mean?
There's a story, and again, I'm pretty sure you've told it on the air, but it was a while ago. I don't know if people remember, but didn't Renee? I don't know if it was your back or I know you pulled your groin one time. And you're as tough as they come. Like anybody that knows you, I know you personally. Like you feel no fucking pain ever. But didn't she have to catch you one time because you were in so much pain you almost fainted walking in the house?
I fainted. Yeah.
What was that?
That was my groin. I went up to this. I drove to the city by myself, and I came home. And I remember I didn't eat or anything because I was just, I didn't want to. I had to. And this is how the city is, east side of the city. You park, you have to walk forever. So I parked in the parking garage, dude. I'm literally walking like so slow, and I'm in pain, bro. You know what I mean? So I go see the doctor. He's like, he tells me pretty much what's wrong with me. He doesn't do nothing yet, and then I come home. I drive home. Didn't eat all day. Parked the car in the garage. I remember I was like, Renee. I've been out. I was like calling her, screaming for her, whatever, and to help me get out of the car, I couldn't get a hold of nobody, so I'm like, fuck, all right. So I get up, I start walking. She comes out, and she walks out, I kind of grab, I'm like hugging her, I literally just, fucking out. I was in so much fucking pain.
Damn. I remember when you had that, because I stopped by one day, and you were walking from the drive. I think maybe it was the following day.
No, that was after the surgery.
That was after the surgery, yeah. You were walking from the driveway in the house.
Because actually before, like, that was, I got, that happened, and I got an epidural. Yep. Remember I told you they put epidural, like, literally, like an inch above my dick in there, and they put it. That's how they got to the perineum. Oh, it was. Well, first off, it's like awkward. You're in the thing. He's literally sticking a needle in the top of your dick. All the nurses are there, and I'm like, and I remember he's putting it in, and I'm like, oh, and I was like, all right, doc. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna put the medicine in. And he puts it hurt, the needle hurt as it was. Right. Then he puts the medicine. I'm like, oh my God, take it out. And you can feel the medicine starts to work kind of right away. And I'm like, take it out. I'm like, all right, no, it's okay. All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of how epidurals are.
But it works. I've had
epidurals. And think about it, right? You have a bulging herniated disc, which is already swollen, and they're injecting liquid directly into it. So it's going to swell more initially before it, lidocaine and cortisone, but they hurt.
You've gotten epidurals in your back, right? You ever, like, when you get them, you can feel the pressure down your leg?
Never.
No?
Never
really?
once have ever helped me.
That's what
they never
I've had one, have some help. I mean, I probably had 8 of them in my career just to get through.
If not more, and never got any relief. But I think my issue, I was really misdiagnosed. My first surgery when I was 19 or 20, like I don't think I know, because you see my calf. I got a baby calf on my left side. I know they severed a nerve that, because all your nerves, depending on which side of your spine they come out and where they go to, they all are, they all go to an area of your body. Well, my S1 or L5 or S1 goes to my interior calf, and I have no interior calf now, so it's just deteriorated over the last 20 years since, or more than that, last 30 years since having that surgery. So I believe it was a botched surgery where, and I'm also basing that on being in excruciating pain after the surgery for 6 months. I'm pretty sure that was just a botched surgery. The doctor just totally operated and didn't do the correct thing. I don't know what he did, but he definitely severed the nerve, and I've been dealing with that ever since.
You just don't like doing legs, bro. Why?
This is a normal leg. If you see me in a pair of shorts, this leg looks normal. That leg looks like a fucking, like a gimp leg, like a peg leg. I look like a pirate.
Normal for my body.
I would say, just in the, I've been friends with you for forever. I've obviously known of, like a lot of injuries that you've had, fight injuries, training camp injuries, things like that. The one to me that seemed like it was the fucking worst, because I didn't see it come out, but I saw the video of it, was when Benson Henderson got you with that up kick. I'm not saying you had so much adrenaline flowing, you probably didn't feel it, but them shoving those fucking giant tampons up into your brain, and you having to pull those out.
I've had everything. I've had the craziest shit happen to me. Like I had to have the groin surgery, which is pretty different, the fucking, those things.
Dude.
Yeah, that sucked. I literally had toxic
Do you have that
shock
video? Can you
syndrome in
send
my
that
face.
video
Nah,
to Andrew?
nah,
You don't have it?
mm-mm.
You had it at one point.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
That's a
Renee might
great
have it,
video.
but-
Ask Renee and see if she can send it to Andrew, and Andrew can upload it in this episode, because
you
pull that out, or the doctor pulls it out, and it literally just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming.
They, I think that was pre iPhone. I wonder.
Probably.
Yeah, that was not cool.
Might have been pre-iPhone.
My
but
wife
it's not.
lost a lot of a year's worth of pictures. We all did. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Because she didn't have backed up.
Something with the computer. Sure. One of the kids was banging on the damn computer. Oh, did you see? Okay, speaking of 300, back to 300. Did you see they're letting Max, Zhang Weili, Alex Bejeda, and Justin Gaethje have special shorts?
No.
Can you pull that up, Andrew?
Not
Put
Venom.
No, they're Venom shorts, but I mean, like their own design.
Wow. What do you off the top of your head? Obviously, that's a huge contract. I don't know how many year-long contract that is, but Reebok had the first one, right? A lot of guys, including you, lost individual sponsorships. Brendan Shaw being
UFC. I'm sorry, what's that there, Raj?
Once Reebok came in with that first big contract, all you guys had to wear Reebok. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys were pissed off. Brendan Shaw being pretty outspoken about it, losing your independent sponsorships. But then Reebok had that deal for how many years? 5 years? And then Venom came in?
5 or 7.
Do you have any idea what that deal is worth?
No.
Nope. I
There
didn't
we
know.
go.
I didn't know Venom had the. Oh yeah, look at that.
Which one do you like the best?
I'm not into the nut hugger thing. The Gaethje shorts. I like get the Gaethje.
I like black. The red's pretty good. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously, who is that? That's Bejeda, right? So it's like a Amazon shit, right? Obviously, Holloway got the floral for the Hawaii. Zhang Weili got the red, the gold for the
or whatever for China.
No tigers, but
whatever that is.
That's a Venom. That's the Venom logo.
Right.
Red and yellow.
Just thinking Asian tiger. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just thought I saw a tiger in there somewhere.
And the Gaethje, I don't get I just like the black shorts, but no.
Yeah, I like the Gaethje shorts.
Or no, it's American flag, dude. Right? Is that American flag on the Gaethje kind of in there?
Doesn't look like it from here, but
You don't see the stripes and right?
Is it a flag?
Yeah, kind of like a flag. I like that. What would a jersey shorts be?
What would represent?
You know what I'm saying?
Taylor Ham.
Taylor Ham. I know. I could put the
Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel on him or something.
I mean, you could, yeah, but I mean, what would be? That's iconic for our area.
Well,
what all Jersey? What would be?
I'm wearing them, bro. I'm wearing the shorts.
What would be all Jersey? I guess just the figure of
Put
Jersey.
up the turnpike, bro. The turnpike.
What would represent Jersey as a whole? The whole thing. McGreevy's teeth.
McGreevy.
I mean, sorry, it's not McGreevy. Fuck that joke up.
I know why you liked McGreevy. We all know about McGreevy. Roger used to visit him in his trucking route at the rest stops. That's how he got caught, right?
Yeah.
At a rest stop.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't he get caught with his assistant on vacation?
No, I thought he got caught at a rest stop.
thought he got caught because his assistant and him were like hooking up, and he was like on vacation. People got pictures of him like making out with his assistant or something.
Actually, that would be the shorts, fuchsia shorts for McGreevy.
I am a proud gay American with his wife standing right next to him, looking just horrified.
Remember when they used to do out the color, the terror color? It's orange. The terror color is orange.
Yeah.
I'll never forget.
Fuchsia.
I think it's fuchsia. McGreevy said the terror alert is fuchsia today. So what would a jersey shorts be?
Man, I'm trying to think.
What would you? Okay, no. So what would you make your shorts? So like. You know how like Bryce Mitchell wanted camo, right? What would you make your shorts if you were fighting? Big rig on there,
yeah, over the top,
arm
wrestling.
Wheelies.
I haven't put much thought.
No, Statue of Liberty.
Well, I mean that's my
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of
Liberty. That's
New York,
technically
though.
New Jersey.
We split it. We'll put it the left side of it on the shorts.
It's jerseys.
Did you see the theory?
I put the Sopranos logo on there.
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, fucking stupid. I know you could get. You get the Jersey Shore, logo. Come on.
Negative. I'm out. I'm an outcast.
Bro, you were part of that, man.
I'm an outcast these days, and I'm okay with it. I'm
You're
a dad
a big
now.
part of it.
I'm not that I'm hating. I'm not hating, but
dude,
I'm
the
not.
Jersey flag is so corny, bro. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I know what you could get on your shorts.
What?
When the fucking governor was sitting in the lawn chair on the beach down here.
Governor Christie?
Yeah, Chris Christie was on the beach down here in the lawn chair.
Yeah.
You could get that on your shorts.
What bridge did he screw up to?
Well, he
The what?
that was in New York. That was like a retaliation thing.
Yeah,
That's what he actually got in trouble for.
Mm-hmm.
Bridgegate or whatever they called it.
Yeah. All right, just do Jersey tomatoes. You know we got good tomatoes.
Tomatoes and corn. We have that Jersey sweet corn.
Blueberries too. Cranberries.
And blueberries down south.
And blueberries?
They're different than where I grew up. I grew up in the blueberry capital of the world, by the way. Cherryfield, Maine. Blueberry, big sign.
Cherryfield. I was in a blueberry field.
I said the same thing. I guess back when it was founded and they came up the Narragansett River, the sides of the rivers were filled with cherry trees. So they named it Cherryfield, but then after that, they developed all this blueberry ground, which is low bush. They actually rake it all now with harvester machines, like tractors. But when I was a kid, everybody hand raked it. But they're low bush blueberries. Down here, they're high bush blueberries. I think you pick them by hand down here.
Which ones are they better? Or worse, or?
I don't know. I never ate a lot of blueberries. I mean, I put them.
You know, they say blueberries make you smarter. I can tell you have not eaten a lot of blueberries. I believe you.
I never heard that. Yeah. Apparently, that's the issue. Is that true? I never heard that. What do they have?
I heard Rhonda Patrick say it. I heard Joey Diaz. Actually, I heard Joey Diaz say Rhonda Patrick said it. Wow. Hamilton is a town in Atlantic County in the United States.
Oh, it says blueberry. Okay, all right, motherfuckers. All right,
wow.
All right. So when was
Jersey,
that? Wait.
baby.
When was that founded? Hamilton, New Jersey claims to be the blueberry capital of the world, and that's high bush blueberry.
1866.
1866. Now, see, when Cherryfield, Maine was founded, also the blueberry capital of the world, happens to be my hometown.
Blueberry capital of Maine.
They actually renamed it They renamed it instead of Cherryfield.
16. Wow, 1 year ahead. They're 1 year ahead.
But the town bills itself as that, so anyone could say it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Fuck.
Wait, we beat you fuckers by 1 year?
Like, 18.
What was the other one? 1866?
Yeah.
No, 18. No, you said 1817, right?
No, you said 1866.
No,
I thought for Hamilton.
No,
oh,
1817.
1866.
Oh,
yeah.
I seen 1817. All right, never mind. All right.
I see a bunch of 18s on there, but 1866. So we beat you by a lot, motherfucker.
No, wait, go back. We'll go back because
1866.
Go to the one down. Go down like that. Like they. Yeah.
It says right there.
And
first settled in 1760.
1826. It's settled, bro. We were fucking here in Jersey.
No,
in the
1826. Stu Benz is the next town over.
Yeah, and then it was annexed into Cherryville. So in 1826, it became Cherryville.
No.
Cherryville.
Town was first settled in 1760.
Settled doesn't mean it was a town, no.
This is where you're from, Roger?
Yeah.
1,100 people?
Well, yeah. And it's never changed.
That's crazy.
It's never changed. Like when I was a little kid growing up there, it was probably 1,000. Now we got 1,100. We added
Holy
100.
cow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep.
Do people stay there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people work on the water, or they work in the blueberry industry, or they work off the land somehow. And I would say the vast majority of people stay.
Wow.
Yep.
0.2% African American.
Yeah, well, Tom's River ain't no better, buddy.
Oh, it's got more than fucking
0.2?
that.
What is Tom's River for
got more than that.
for diversification?
It's got more than that. That's why you moved here then, huh? I see. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, you started that militia group, so
19.5
more
white residents than any other race.
doesn't give a percentage.
Yeah, no percentage, but there's.
Oh, right there, white 79%, Hispanic 15.
So we got you.
Wait. Look it up. I missed it. Where is it?
4% we got you.
4%. Yeah, you got.
We got you, bro.
You got us by a couple percent.
I think I know all of them too. Wow, look, there's more female than male, and you fucking Roger is so lonely. I don't get it.
I think I know.
I don't get it.
You're out late night burning crosses on their fucking front porch.
Yeah, okay.
I know you.
Listen, I'm like part of the team.
Yeah.
I am.
I always joke with my buddy Leroy and say that. Say if the race was.
Oh, of course.
The race.
He has to bring up his one friend that he knows.
Yeah, go on. I only got one.
One.
But I always say if the race wars break out, bro, remember I'm home team. He cracks up.
He thinks you're racist, bro. You have a 3% tattoo on you, bro.
That has nothing
He's like,
to do.
This guy is
Okay.
gonna
What does it mean?
hang me if he has.
What
a
does it
chance.
mean? What does 3% mean?
It means you're 3% better than everyone else. All right.
Yeah, you're a 3%er. You just don't know it. What else we got? Oh,
Oppenheimer.
I didn't.
You did not see the movie.
I
I
did
know,
not see it.
but do you know the story of it, right?
Of course.
Kind of. Do you or no?
Yeah, the Manhattan Project.
Tell me what you know about it, and then I'll fill in.
Well,
from the movie.
he was
I mean,
hired by.
again, the movie, like we talked about.
I'll give you what I think I know.
Who knows if the movie is
loosely
factually
based, of course.
on
It
anything.
never is. There's always
It seemed somewhat.
sure, but they they have to glorify certain things. But essentially, I believe it was a professor who was hired by U.S. Military to design the atom bomb, and which he did. They created something called the Manhattan Project. It was him. I think it was like in
Alamos.
Los Alamos, exactly, and New Mexico, and they were doing testing out there, and they eventually designed the first atom bomb.
So, they said,
and after they dropped it on Japan, obviously, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? Mm-hmm. He had some serious reservations about what he did. I think that's the story, or no?
Kind of, but no. But this was more like they said he was a communist sympathizer.
Oh,
yeah, he was like dating a former communist or something. His brother was like married to a former communist.
Well, it seems odd that it would, of all the people out there and professors, or
why would they pick him?
Why would they pick him then?
Yeah, I know. Well, they vetted him and stuff, but also, there was a I guess there was a spy in the base, right, for Russia. 'Cause still, like, even though we were on Russia's side, like, we were in an arms race with Russia at the same time. You know what I mean? Right? Because World War II, we were fighting the Germans and the Japanese. Russia was kind of on our side, but we still were in an arms race, and we didn't want to share. Like, we didn't want to share our information with Russia. You know what I mean?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I'm going to be way off here.
You're wrong.
1941, 1942, something like that. Japanese
I guess
bombed
so.
Pearl Harbor, and the following day, Hitler declared war on the U.S.
I don't
correct?
know. Don't know how that all went down. No idea, honestly.
All right.
But yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know exactly how. But did you know Einstein? They were like in the movie, at least. Oppenheimer goes to consult with Einstein. Einstein's like, "Listen, I want nothing to do with this." So Einstein was still
Einstein
alive.
and Oppenheimer had conversations. I know that.
Yeah, well, they were buddies.
Yeah.
And they say too, Oppenheimer wasn't the guy that really made it. He was the guy that he was like the face of it all, of science, and he was a good good talker. He was good to get. He was a good
He
felicitator.
was the Fauci of the time.
Well, I don't know about that, but he was able to get the right people involved to build the.
Gotcha.
And you know, they were deciding if it was going to be the A bomb or the H bomb. One of the guys wanted to build an H bomb, which is like 25 times more than the A bomb, or 1,000 times more, whatever.
All right. Well, the atomic bomb is essentially splitting atoms, right? Hydrogen
It's
is
just splitting the hydrogen atom, I think.
okay.
Right?
I
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but still pretty crazy. I think Chris, believe it or not, knows a lot about this.
You're Italian, right? Wasn't it? It was the what were the two sides called in World War II? The Allies and the
SS. No,
that's the
Axis.
Germans. Axis. The Axis
Evil
and the
Axis,
Allies.
yeah.
Right? So there was three. There was the Germans, the Italians,
And
and the Japanese.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
The Italians bailed quick, I think, right?
I don't know.
I think they did.
I don't know. I should buff up on my
World
history.
War One, the Italians were on what side? I don't know.
Well,
I think they were on our side, World War One.
Mussolini. I remember my mom and my grandmother arguing because my grandma would be like,
he's a
"Mussolini
highly
was good.
contested. Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah,
He
highly
was good."
contested
I was like, "How the fuck was he
person.
good?" But I think he was like a mafia type guy. You know,
Right,
like
right.
he took care of like the hometown people, but
Correct.
stuck it to everyone
The
else.
way he ruled, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people argue in his favor.
But he was a fascist, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they say.
But it's
Who knows
the,
what
it's the
anybody
Italians
is.
that go to bat for him. Correct?
Forget about it.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I'll tell you what, there, Roger.
So it came out in 2023, right? And it's a 3-hour movie. Did you just watch it recently?
I was on a plane.
That's how you get all your reading and your movie time in. I got you.
When I went to Ireland.
You recommend it?
I mean, if you're on a plane for 3 hours, yeah. No, it's good if you're into history and stuff too. It seemed like, and like they were trying to pin this on, like they said there was a spy in the camp supposedly, and they take you through the movie, him developing it and all this stuff. He was kind of a player too. You know what I mean? He was a little bit of a playboy.
Really?
Yeah. Oppenheimer was, and then you could see the government's going after him at the end. So he's
Matt
on
Damon
trial. He
plays
pretty much
the general, right?
yeah.
They hired him,
And they kind of all turned their back on Oppenheimer.
In the end.
In a way, yes.
I mean,
In
they
a
had to
way.
ride
Not-
it out until he designed the atom
Yeah,
bomb.
no, but I'm
right?
saying like afterwards, like when they're kind of trying him for I don't know, whatever,
Gotcha.
and he still wants to be involved in like that world, but trying to get him out of it, kind of, you know.
Gotcha.
It wasn't bad.
What was the death toll? Can you look that up, Andrew? In Nagasaki and Hiroshima? Obviously, they.
That was
surrendered
crazy. They said it
after that.
was crazy what we did.
Yeah.
Did you know though? Supposedly the Japanese did crazy shit to Chinese and American soldiers and all that stuff. They say they're like they were like ruthless as hell.
Yeah, well, I believe it.
You know, I'm watching Shogun on Hulu. Bro, dope.
Good?
Yeah. 1600s. Japan.
Bombings
The-
killed
the
between
bombings killed
129,000. How can the number be that big of disparity? Between 129,000 and 226,000 people. Seems like a huge disparity there.
Most of whom were civilians and remain.
Of course. Dropped it on cities. Well, of course.
Well, I know, but I think. Listen to this. I don't know if it's true. Didn't we warn them? Say like a week in advance. Hey, we're dropping these bombs these days. You need to leave. You need to leave.
I've
Again,
never
I don't know
heard
if
that.
that's
I
true
don't
or
think
not.
that's true.
But again, I think Japanese culture. It's like we ain't fucking leaving. That's that. Like they'll fight to the end. If they feel defeated, they kill themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So they might have said like,
Yeah, they had
come and
suicide
come-
bombers and obviously in
yeah.
the kamikaze. But where did you hear that? I've never heard that before. I'm obviously being facetious that we phoned ahead. They certainly didn't phone ahead at Pearl Harbor, so I can't imagine we would give them that.
I think they did that
You
to
believe that?
civilians.
Really? I never.
I
heard
don't
that.
know. That's
What do you mean
I heard.
to civilians? They just called individual civilians.
They
and-
said they're bombing this motherfucker. Yeah.
well, they obviously would tell the military. So
No, I mean, I don't think it was like. I don't think it was. It's not like we were looking for the captains of the military when we were bombing them. We were just showing them our might.
wouldn't
We're
it-
showing them our might?
I know, but wouldn't the point to be cause such mass death and mass devastation they would surrender? You wouldn't really accomplish that by.
I think you would still accomplish
You
that
really?
if
You
you
think
let
so?
the civilians go. If Yeah, I think you would. You fucking blow down a whole town.
Oh,
if there's-
129 or 226,000 people said, "Nah, fuck it, we're gonna stay." Then if that's
Yeah,
true.
but like I said, I think maybe because of their culture, the way they are.
Well, I don't know if civilians are necessarily soldiers. Soldiers certainly are
I just
programmed
think,
that
but
way.
that's they're just like in their genes
Yeah,
now.
I think so.
No,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Not everybody's good at karate. You know what I mean?
Horrible. You're fucking horrible. You're a horrible stereotyper. You want to switch gears a little bit or no?
Well, what, you want to talk about Nagasaki?
Yeah, you want to keep talking about it? Sure. What else you got? They phoned ahead. Nobody listened.
No, I didn't want to talk about this.
I don't know how, oh, yeah, Oppenheimer. That's how we got on this. You brought that up, the movie. Yeah. You said, I don't want to talk about this. You brought this up. Andrew, you ever heard that? You're pretty well-versed in history. You ever heard that point that Frankie said where I don't want to be...
Why don't we look it up?
I don't want to
Why don't we look it up?
simplify it
Did
as
we
much as...
warn Japan before we dropped the bombs on them?
I don't believe so.
I never heard that, but it's possible.
I don't know. Maybe like I heard some fairy tale, and it was like I wanted to feel good that we're good people.
I feel like you and Ligori were in the woods somewhere doing mushrooms, and Ligori told you that.
No, I don't think that's
Don't think that's
leaflets.
accurate.
Leaflets.
We dropped
Leaflets warning Japanese of atomic bomb. Leaflets dropped on cities in Japan warning civilians about the atomic bomb. 1945.
You said we called.
Dude, I said we warned them, bro.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Call
So that is true. Holy shit, I never heard that.
is it
America
true?
ass. Well, first of all, we would never fly low enough, would we, to drop leaflets? You get shot out of the air. Aren't we at like 30,000 plus feet to drop the bomb?
We made paper airplanes. We made paper airplanes that do
I mean,
it.
does that make sense though? Legitimately, we'd fly that low to drop leaflets. We are in the possession of the most destructive explosion ever. Single one word. This is what it said.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
wow.
Now, so let's
read it. Okay, this is what we dropped on them. We are in possession of the most destructive explosion ever devised by man. A single one of our newly developed atomic bombs is actually equivalent in explosive power to what 2,000 of our giant B-29s can carry a single mission. The awful fact is one for you to ponder, and we solemnly assure you it's grimly accurate. We have just begun to use this weapon against your homeland. If you still have any doubt, make inquiry as what happened to Hiroshima when just one atomic bomb fell on that city. Oh, so was this,
this was dropped in
after-
Nagasaki. Okay,
this was
that makes
not-
sense. That makes sense. Before using this,
No,
bomb.
you don't think they put one to Nagasaki?
No.
Let's see.
don't.
Let's see. I know it's a Hiroshima. Ask. Can we Google say, did we warn Hiroshima? I wonder.
Listen, I saw the movie Red Dawn, and the Russians did not notify us. They just showed up at that school and started shooting kids. Shortly before the crew.
Hiroshima, yeah. Yep. They did. They dropped leaflets.
So I guess they just dropped.
Oh, they literally
them all
dropped it.
over Japan.
No, it says shortly before. So how? What? 7
dude,
minutes
come on.
before? Shortly before Enola Gay.
Roger doesn't want to believe it. He's such
No,
a
I
clown.
believe
we,
it,
We
but-
just showed him twice.
No, I'm looking for actual stats, like dates,
Oh,
times.
stats, yeah. He wants to see a video. Is there a video?
If the people are catching
there a video?
leaflets as they're looking up and there's a bomb coming down, it don't really count as a warning. Is
Dude,
what
yes,
I'm saying.
It was a warning, bro. I mean,
Scope and scroll down a little bit, see if it like actually gives like. No, I would not say that article is going to give us any clarity on when the leaflets were dropped. But any historians out there want to weigh in the comment section, go ahead. All right, let's ditch this subject and move on. Warning leaflets. That's obviously the script that was written. Does it say? I can't read that. That's too small. Does it say when that was?
you want me to read it to you?
No. Well, now I can read it. He blew it up. It should be before. It just says before the bombing. Right.
Well, it could be a week before.
Well, and it could be 7 minutes before, Frankie.
The second round features a picture. So, like, dude, they've warned them more than once. The second round, right?
I guess so. I'm curious. I want to learn more about that. How do they fly a plane that doesn't get shot out of the air that's low enough to drop leaflets over Nagasaki? But anyway,
It didn't happen. According to Roger Matthews,
I didn't
it
say
happen.
that. I just like proof, unlike you.
It's just every,
that's why.
Oh yeah, well the proof is in front of your eyes.
That's right, but it doesn't say when. That's what I'm looking for.
What do you mean when? Before the fucking bomb. Before the bomb.
Andrew, are you hearing me? Because he's not. I'm
What,
saying
you're saying,
is
they did it like 5
is
minutes
it
before?
5 minutes? No, I didn't say that.
Come on,
I didn't say
dude.
that. I'm asking, did they do it 5 minutes before,
No,
or did
come
they
on.
do it a week before? Come on, what? Is
Probably
it clear
the
to you?
coming
The
days.
fact that the coming days, there you go, a couple days ahead. I think that's fair.
Okay.
We're coming in a couple days.
That's why I'm
to
a conservative and
destroy
you're a
you.
liberal, because you don't
What?
require any facts at all. You just
Yeah.
believe whatever you're told.
No, I'm looking
Well,
at
listen,
facts.
speak-
I'm looking at facts currently.
No, it doesn't say. Well,
And
okay.
you know, I didn't even have to.
So
I
when
brought.
does it,
Listen,
when?
listen. I brought the fact into the conversation.
Okay, fair, and I agree
Okay,
with you.
all right,
But I was
okay,
looking
so-
for actual time frame here. All right. All right. Well, speaking of that, Mr. Liberal, what did you do for the eclipse? Did you hide in your basement like you did for the
I got some rays outside.
Did you? Mm-hmm. So what did you actually do? You went outside. Did you put the glasses on?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you look at it?
I did.
Like a million people that told me they just stared at it and nothing happened, but
What do you mean nothing happened? What the fuck are they talking about?
nothing happened to their eyes. You didn't
Oh.
need the glasses.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you couldn't see it really without the glasses.
Yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't see it unless you put the glasses on.
Well, I guess my kids
And honestly, I'll
my
be honest,
kids' school said
we
they're
couldn't
not
see.
allowed to look at it because it could damage their eyes. So
I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure if you stare at it for like a fucking minute, it's gonna damage your eyes. But I bet if you look like that, it's probably not gonna. I mean, it's not gonna do that.
So I was.
So anyway, listen though.
Yeah, go ahead.
As like you could, the clouds are great, right? And then as soon as it like, they call it like it kissed it, and then it moved in a little bit, it almost looked like a crescent.
That's all right.
And then eventually, well, yeah, where were you? Because
Got a story? Go ahead.
okay,
Kids,
yeah,
I'll tell you
I'm
my
saying-
story.
well, because where we were, it was cloudy as shit. You couldn't see it no more at all.
It was a little bit cloudy where I was, but
Yeah, it was cloudy as shit. You couldn't see.
did you
it.
see there was people posting on obviously these conspiracy theorists that morning of, right, the day of, crystal clear, and then they say an hour later there's like 27 planes flying by with the chemtrails and like
I'm gonna
clouding
say-
up the sky.
I'm gonna say I seen it in the morning and it was clear as shit. And then I'll tell you when I saw. So I'll tell you, I saw a cloud and I saw a plane going through it, and it was actually opening the cloud, not leaving a mark. You know what I mean? So that's what I saw.
I was working. Been working like a lot of hours lately. But anyway, I was at a golf course. I won't say where, making a big delivery, so I was there for a while.
Trump's golf course.
We were getting a few rounds in. And some of the guys on the golf course, the groundskeepers were going by, and I see one guy go by with a welder's mask, and he's going out and he's on the golf course. And I see him like with this welder's mask, and there's a whole bunch of people out there with the little glasses on and stuff. I'm not even looking. I'm like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm not one of these people that think we're going to die or burn up or
Well,
whatever.
you don't want to see it. Like it's only happened.
But I didn't have the glasses, and I like they said don't look at it, so I'm like, no big deal, I won't look at it, right? And it barely. People were saying it's going to get dark. It didn't get dark.
No, it got darker.
Darker, maybe.
You know what?
like
You know what
slightly.
it did though? It literally dropped 15 degrees though.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, it got a little bit cooler. Yeah, I remember that, like slightly. But anyway, this guy must have saw me, and he turns around and he comes back with a golf cart and he hands me the welder. He was like, "You want to look at it? You want to see it?" I go, "Yeah, sure." So I just held it up for a minute,
There you
looked
go.
at it. Yeah.
Feel cool?
Yeah, I felt cool. I felt like
Whatever. 7
Saw
years?
history.
Was 7 years? No, 27.
20,
Yeah.
I think.
No, it was 2017. It was the last one, right?
But this particular type, I think, is every 20 years.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys see
But what was
anything?
the last one? I don't remember the last one. Well, I mean, it was the one Trump looked into. Remember?
That was
you-
2017.
Yeah, they were giving him shit.
Obviously, you know what cicadas are. You know their history, that they only come out like they go into this like hibernation mode, and they only come out. I think, Andrew, you'll have to look this up, but I think it's like every 12 or 15
What's
years.
cicadas?
Cicadas are those
Yeah,
insects
yeah,
that are
yeah,
the
yeah,
big
yeah,
fuckers that are
yeah,
super
yeah.
loud at night.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
rub their legs together or wings together or whatever. They say this year
I know.
there's two species.
Two broods. I think they
Broods.
call it.
Broods, okay.
I think. I mean,
I don't know. I'll look that. I'm not going to challenge it.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
I might. But there are two broods
Mm-hmm.
that are coming out this year, and it's the first time in, I forget, 76 years that two species are going to hatch together, and they say it's just going to be out of hand this year with cicadas everywhere.
No, but more in the Midwest, though, right?
Oh, I don't know. We have a lot of
I thought-
cicadas around here, but I
thought
don't
it was
know.
more in the Midwest.
I didn't read that, but that could be true. Why wouldn't it happen here as well? Wherever
No, I'm
cicadas
sure it
are.
will, but I'm saying I think the bulk of them are in the Midwest.
You
'cause
know what
that's
was
where
around
they're hibernating or
like
whatever.
crazy last year? I saw Jamie posting a lot about it. He was out there burning
Oh,
them up.
the lantern
Those Japanese
flies.
lantern flies,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Asian, or whatever they are. They were crazy last year.
This eclipse was the first solar eclipse visible
From Canada. Who gives a fuck about Canada? I'm joking, my Canuck friends.
They say the cost
So
of living.
2033 will be the next total.
2033. We'll be dead. No.
I will be. I'm older than you.
You fucking will be limp dicked by then, probably.
How old do you think you will live?
I don't even try to speculate.
Okay. Well,
I
you do a
care,
lot.
I
You do a lot to try to live longer
I do a lot to feel good right now.
and healthy.
I mean, if that's a byproduct of it, yeah. But I'm not thinking of that.
None of it is to expand your time on this earth.
I mean, I don't know. I just want to have a good time. So it's to expand
I agree.
good time.
Quality of
and
life is what
yeah.
I say. Once my quality of life is gone, like if I'm bedridden and can only move my eyes,
I'm here for a good time, baby, not a long time.
And I'm sure there are people that have that and would say to me, "Fuck you," but that's just me personally, you know. My dad said to me one time when I was a kid, because I remember I made some stupid comment to my dad, like, you know, like, I don't know, I was probably visiting my grandmother in a nursing home, and I probably said something like, I don't want to live to be this old. And my dad said to me, you know, Roger, you know who wants to live to be 100? I said, oh, who? He goes, a 99-year-old. Kind of put things in perspective. And then he said, there's nothing you can do.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, again, I guess it depends on your perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like my perspective would be if I don't have quality of life, I don't want to go on.
Yeah.
But then he said to me, and this made a lot of sense, there's nothing you can do to lengthen your time on this planet. When God says it's your time, it's your time. But there's a whole lot of things you can do to shorten your time on this planet. That made a lot of sense. You know?
Yeah, that does. That rings pretty true.
Yeah.
You can do things to make it shorter. You can't do things to make it longer. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to look at it.
Like if you're
'Cause you can be
religious, God has a plan for you, and when it's your time, right? But if you want to do stupid things, make stupid decisions, you can cut that time a lot short. I mean, that's essentially what he was saying, right?
Yeah.
I think he was telling me to slow down on my motorcycle, basically, is what he was trying to say to me.
Yeah.
In a roundabout sort of way.
But you didn't.
I didn't, and I'm still here.
Well, for now.
You want to elaborate any more on this solar thing? You're done with that topic?
I'm just saying, but we had no solar flares. Why were they talking about solar flares? Like, since when?
Maybe that's what burned your eyes, was the solar flares. that burned your eyes.
No. Like, we've had eclipses, since we were little kids. Never heard about solar flares, right?
Not that I remember. No.
So what was that all about? Just propaganda? Trying to scare people?
I have heard about the fear of comets. I mean, we have Halley's Comet.
Solar flares.
No, I'm talking about something different. Like Halley's Comet came around when I was a kid. I won't live long enough to see it. I think it's every 76 years. But
You saw it? You remember seeing it?
I do.
I don't remember that.
So, yeah. But I remember, there's always been talks of asteroids or comets, colliding with Earth.
Asteroids?
Yeah, that's what you got. Yeah. Armageddon. Armageddon, baby. We could send Bruce Willis up there. He'll fucking drill a hole in that thing and blow it apart.
You got to get to the core, though. Got to get to the core.
Got to get to the core.
The Rock. Did you see The Rock?
He recanted.
I'm talking about at WrestleMania.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking political.
No, he was on WrestleMania last night.
Oh,
though.
of course.
And
Yeah.
guess what?
Everybody was there.
And I guess the lights went out. The lights come on. Undertaker's behind him.
Oh, no shit.
Then he fucking he hits him with tombstone. He tombstones him, him, and then boom, lights are on, and he's gone. Lights are up. Yeah, he's gone.
And that was it? That was his whole... Oh,
yeah.
shit. That's pretty good, though.
I didn't see it, but someone told me about it.
That's cool.
But The Rock did tuck his tail between his legs and recanted.
Yes, he did.
But he's like, I'm not gonna.
I'm just going to stay away from politics. Just this year, I'm not going to. But I believe, again, I don't want to misquote, but he said, I won't be endorsing Biden. I'm just going to stay out of politics. Essentially, I'm not paraphrasing.
But he says he regrets endorsing him in the first place.
He did, yes.
Yeah,
He said he still has faith in America, though. If I remember.
Well, you don't want to be. He's not a pessimist. You don't want to be a pessimistic, right?
Listen,
I see some people out there.
I used to love that guy, and I still think he's insanely talented. I mean, but like when he made that move, I just didn't get it. Not obviously, I disagree with him, but it was the way he did it, the way he went about it, and the fact that he didn't sit down with both sides. Like if you sit down with both sides, I understand.
Well, he shouldn't have been doing that at all. Who gives a shit what this guy thinks?
I know, but we weigh in on politics. Who the fuck are we?
I know. Yeah, but I mean, Trump and Biden ain't gonna come here and have us tell them what we think.
You don't think
like,
so?
He has a huge following. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, I don't know. It's crazy that. Remember they said they reached out to him about running. It's just crazy. Like this is the movie Idiocracy. You know what I mean? Like we're having a fucking wrestling guy, action star. We want him to run for president.
Dude,
like what are we doing?
An action movie star that barely spoke English was the governor of California.
Yeah, right. Jesse Body Ventura, the governor of Minnesota, all that stuff. Yeah,
that too.
No, I know, but I mean, yeah, exactly.
Listen, I support First Amendment, no matter what people say. Even I don't believe there's anything as hate speech. I support The Rock being able to say whatever he wants, and he did, and it just kind of made me not that he gives a fuck who I am. He doesn't give a shit, but I'm not as big a fan as I used to be. That's all. You know what I mean?
don't know. I definitely like that did bother me how he went with that and how he's like talking about COVID. I just had COVID and it was the scariest thing. Like, bro, you were eating pancakes and drinking tequila, bro. How scary was it? You know what I mean? Like, why you try? I just feel like someone got to him and he was pushing a narrative they wanted him to push.
Yeah, I believe it was
bought
and paid for.
And I didn't like that. But having since heard him on Rogan's, having him recant this and kind of say, I'll stay out of it. You got to give the guy a pass, right?
Yeah, I never said I hated the guy. I just was not like a fan. I still think like what he does. I think he's a great actor especially coming from just being a wrestler. I think I like the dude, likable guy. I remember when he used to do these videos. Like when I followed him, I used to be like, dude, that dude is so fucking popular and has so much money. He used to drive his Ford Raptor to the gym. Now they build him a gym on set wherever he goes. But he used to, like when he was, I think he's got a house in Texas. I forget, wherever. And people would see him on the side of the road, and he'd take a video. Like, I remember one time he was passing a school bus, and the kids were going nuts. And he pulls over, and I'm like, that dude is just a fucking good dude. And maybe he still is a good dude, but I just couldn't get behind that. I think he is a good dude. I do, but I just couldn't get behind that move that he did, and I just sort of became. I don't hate the dude. I don't wish anything bad happens to the dude. I still think like he's great at what he does, but just became not a fan. And I don't think I'm the only one. And maybe that's why he's doing what he's doing is because he lost a lot of fucking fans.
But he's in that Hollywood circle.
He is.
Like listen, you want to get the roles, you got to play ball.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but you got to put a dress on. You got to put a dress on.
Don't you think
he did though?
Yeah. That's right. What was it? Saturday Night Live? Yeah. He played. What? Wasn't he in? No, he wasn't in a dress.
No, remember
Never
like the nanny.
Yeah.
The nanny.
He played that guy. What was that dude that ate the fucking the little bug-eyed dude? He played the little guy, and The Rock played like the bigger version of him. He would eat watermelon or whatever it was, and just fucking shred it on Saturday Night Live.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
Chris Kattan.
Yes, Chris Kattan.
Yeah,
what was that character? The monkey guy, whatever it was called. He had a name, but I think the first role he ever had, one of the first, obviously the first movie role he ever had was as the Scorpion King, right? I think that was his first movie, but I think on Saturday Night Live he played a guy called Nick Arnett. It was like the anti-smoking dude. So basically, they would just bring him with them whenever when they would ever want a cigarette or about to light up. The Rock would beat the shit out of and it was hysterical. But that's kind of where he got his teeth wet in acting. And listen, he's great, man. The dude's great. I want to like the guy, but just if you can't sit down with both sides, and I'm sure people are going to be like, you guys never sat down with both sides? No, and they'll never sit down with us. So I got to just get my fucking information from where I can get it from.
But look how like dirty Hollywood is.
I did talk to Donald Trump Jr. though, motherfuckers.
Did you?
Yeah, remember I don't know if it was him, but you don't think it was him?
No.
No?
Nope.
You think it was his people?
It was his 6-year-old kid.
I mean, listen, could have been his people. I don't know. I see that. What, did it fell off on you, pal? It's a good thing that's not noisy or anything.
It's not noisy, right?
It's not noisy at all. Making no noise. All right. I want Freddie.
You know what? Something funny? You want to know something funny?
Go ahead, buddy.
You know how many people fucking call me Freddie?
What?
A lot of people.
Do they really?
You want? I have a theory.
Yeah.
Because it's Frankie, Edgar, Freddie. You know what I'm saying? Frank, Edgar, Fredgar.
Fredgar?
Freddie.
Fredgar. Yeah, all right. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Could be. Maybe you just look like a Freddy.
I get Freddie, I get Eddie.
You look a little like Freddy Krueger.
Okay. You know, you look like. No, you look. Yeah, honestly, if you had a mustache like this,
Here we go.
you would look like the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, they seen behind my curtain. Yeah, yes, you definitely would. You should dress
I
up.
don't even know who you're talking about. Which character?
Can you please pick up the Wizard of Oz?
Which character?
The fucking Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Wizard in the Wizard of Oz. There he is. You see him right there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, dude. I think you get a mustache.
Where did you pull that out of?
That's what you look like, bro. I'm good like that.
You pulled that out of nowhere. Literally nowhere.
What do you mean nowhere? I'm just looking at you.
Came out of nowhere. I've never heard that. You've never heard you say that before until right now.
I'm just saying.
Right,
Look at
let me
this
see.
guy.
That looks.
Look at this guy.
I
You-
look like that guy.
Yes. Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Andrew, are you seeing it?
Can we blow that
Are
up?
you seeing it?
Can we blow that up?
I thought you were gonna say like Freddie
Bro,
Mercury or something.
if you
I
get-
I
if
look
you-
like that guy.
Right now, kind of, a little bit. If you shaved your beard and drew that mustache.
My eyebrows are like that.
I think I can
I don't
see
even
that.
have long hair. His hair's poking out of his hat everywhere. He's
think-
got a
I
double
think-
chin. He's got bug out eyes.
That's
Got a
your
big
future.
nose.
That's
I have
your
none of
future.
that. I have
That's
none
your
of that.
future. I wonder how old
I
this
do
guy
have that
was.
outfit though. I have
I
the
wonder
hat.
how old this guy. You know what's crazy? Like,
Probably dead.
like when first season Sopranos started.
Wait, that's him right there. On the left.
Yeah.
Frank Morgan.
He died at 59. Jeez.
He died in 1949, bro. Holy
No,
shit.
He was 59. Wow. So anyway,
Yeah.
what was I saying? Just saying.
I don't know. You're making fun of me somehow, I'm sure.
Oh man, I had it.
You lost it? You get hit in the head a lot. Everybody's going to give you a pass. I want Frankie's take on this guy, and I'm sure he's seen him. He's probably not going to remember the guy's name. But can you pull up? He's a TV evangelist. His name is Kenneth Copeland. Are you familiar with that at all?
No.
Pull up Inside Edition with Kenneth Copeland. It's a short interview. I want Frankie to watch it. If we have to cut it out of the thing, we can if it's too long. But I want your take on it.
What?
This guy is the scariest dude I've ever seen in my life. Like scary. And
He's a pastor.
TV evangelist. Listen to the money he makes. He's got a net worth of $760 million. He makes $18 million a year. He's got 5 private jets. He bought a
It's
golf.
11-minute
he bought
fucking interview.
All right, just watch this part. Just watch this part. Turn
Oh,
it up.
I've seen him.
Turn it
I've
up.
seen
Turn
him.
it up. Look at his eyes. Bro.
Yeah, I've
look,
seen him.
Look at his eyes.
I've seen him. He's like an asshole too. He
Look at
barks
his
back at
eyes.
people.
Wait till you see how he talks to this woman, and look at his eyes. His eyes look like fucking the devil. It's
Like a
crazy.
vampire.
Look
He
at his
looks like
eyes right
He looks
there,
like a vampire, bro.
dude. It's scary.
Daywalker.
But how should anybody that's a servant of God have a net worth of $760 million, make $18 million a year, have 5 private jets? He bought Tyler Perry's $17.5 million Gulfstream 5.
Very simple. It takes a lot of money to do what we do. We have brought over 100. Let's see. The latest figures just came out. 122 million people to the Lord Jesus Christ. Let me give you another example. Last May, I was scheduled for Lagos, Nigeria. That's a long ways. I had a week off, and I was scheduled for Peru. And I prayed about it, and I thought, I'm not missing that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere near. Tyler's one of the greatest guys. He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Well, my question then, okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons because people are very concerned about that comment.
Give me a chance here, Inside Edition. I love your eyes. And here's what happened. We flew in 21 days, 70 hours, 40,000 miles, touched 5 continents, and preached face to face personally with
Give it a second, 'cause he snaps at this lady.
125,000 people.
Do you ever use your private jets to go visit your vacation homes, for example?
Yes.
Look how small his
Okay.
pupils are.
Again, getting back to the comment. You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons.
like,
Do you really believe that human beings are
Legends of-
demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Vampire, bro.
Dude, it's all in the eyes, man.
We wrestle not
Crazy as hell, man.
with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
Well, let me ask you.
How much was it?
Do you think that people that fly commercial are demons?
Give me a chance to talk, sweetheart. I'll explain this to you. But it's a biblical thing. It's a spiritual thing. It doesn't have anything to do with people. People. I love people. Jesus loves people. But people get pushed in alcohol. Do you think that's a good place for a preacher to be and prepare to go preach to a lot of people when somebody in there is dragging some woman down an aisle? It made me so mad to see that on television. I wanted to punch the guy out myself. I can't be doing that while I'm getting ready to preach.
So you just don't like to be around the sinful people or the hurtful people. Is that what you're saying?
Not the people, baby. Not the people. Back during the days that we couldn't do anything else, we had to travel commercial. Look at that. When I went to Oral Roberts University, I flew for Oral Roberts. I'm a commercial pilot.
Can you explain what you meant by that?
So I spent a lot of time in there.
You have how many planes?
We have the Gulfstream.
What did you mean?
And we still have our citation team. And then we have a little small airplane. But both those are the two ones that we use. And we use them all the time. And other people use them too. We have other ministries that use these. In the book of Ephesians, oh God, I love this. We wrestle not with people, but with principalities and powers, unseen things, rulers of the darkness of this world. Talking about the devil, he's a very real devil, just the same as Jesus is a very real Lord.
You just don't like to be around the sinful people.
All right, I mean, you got the gist of it. What is your take on that guy? And listen, you're gonna catch a lot of hate because there's a lot of people that are very loyal to this dude, like millions.
This guy? Well, who's going to give that? I'm sure it's not people that watch our podcast, buddy.
Listen, one of our 32 listeners may be a follower of his.
I mean, I've seen this video, actually, I think, before.
Do you see that part where he's like, don't you think I said that? And see his eyes, bro?
He looks crazy. I think he's a scam artist. Most of these guys are scam artists, right?
I just don't believe that any true servant of God should have that wealth. It's completely and totally unnecessary.
That wealth.
And
little wealth.
Yeah, I don't mind somebody like I think
you have one G6. You got one G6.
At least where I grew up, right? Like the local churches where I grew up, they have what is the house? I'm drawing a blank on the name, but the parish. Is it the parish? No, not the parish. There's a house that if you preach, you're given a house to live in, you and your wife. And I know my minister back when I grew up, right? You get and the parishioners pay for that house, right? But they don't live high off the lamb at all. They're living a very, back in my little town, at least that I grew up in, they're living just like everybody else, probably poorer than everybody else. This guy's got a net worth of $760 million.
Yeah, well, that's crazy.
It's insanity to me. Forget the eyes, although that freaks me out. Maybe that's his normal eyes. Don't look like it, but the net worth that guy has should not be allowed. You should not be allowed to be a servant of God and have that much money.
Well, it's the people that fall for his stuff.
Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? I think the shooting was just in his church. The other famous one, what's his name?
Joel Osteen.
Osteen. Yeah. Didn't they just find bundles of cash in the walls of his house? They were doing construction, and they found like bundle. Can you pull that article up and see like how much cash did they find in his walls? Joel Osteen.
Mm-hmm. I heard of him.
Who is another TV evangelist. Am I saying that right? That's what he is, essentially, correct?
I don't know.
Preacher, pastor, whatever you want to call them, was having construction done on his private residence, and they found literally bundles of money in the walls.
Plumber who discovered money in wall of Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church gets $20,000 reward. Theft of $600,000.
So
Simple
essentially,
misunderstanding.
essentially, the church is saying, or Olstein's people is saying that was stolen, and somebody buried it in his walls.
So they
the
stole it
plumber
from Joel
recovered.
Osteen, and someone buried it in his walls.
In the walls of his own house, and then the plumber recovered.
Well, walls of his own church, right?
I don't think it was.
Well, the show, The
Says
Righteous
the church.
You watch The Righteous Gemstones on HBO?
Okay. What's it
No.
called?
The Righteous Gemstones on HBO. It's with like Danny McBride. That's like based on Joel Osteen and all the megachurches.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because that happened in the one scene. The sister like opens the ceiling and all this cash falls out. So it's yeah.
Just for me personally, everybody's different, right? And if there's believers that want to subscribe and give your money away to these people, so be it. But for me personally, I could never get behind that. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with, obviously giving up tithes and gifts and to your church that you attend. Obviously, there's costs involved in running certain things. And, usually, like when I was a kid, they had a program called Awana I went to. All that I'm sure has cost, right? And Vacation Bible School and all that. But to be worth $760 million as a pastor is absurd.
Wow, he's worth $50 million. Is that better?
See, I would have thought he was worth more. Wouldn't you have thought Olstein was worth more than I would have? Crazy. Anyway, that interview.
Go that guy's net worth. Oh, you go that guy's net worth. The other guy's net worth.
I mean, that's Joel Osteen's house.
Yeah, that looks like
And
Crazy.
he got Ferraris and shit. Yeah. All right.
$325,000.
The Lord said I would get blessed with a red Ferrari.
Do you have a problem with that? No. I read because I was like, do these guys pay tax on that? And it says they do. Any income. The IRS,
This is
the IRS
crazy.
can
He's
come
worth
in.
$750 million. That's
I read
crazy.
760, but okay, we'll knock
Crazy.
$10 million off. That's insane.
I just think the people that buy into their stuff are kind of suckers. No,
I almost feel
like you can't
bad
feel.
for them.
You can't feel the hustle. I can't. I could sense the hustle in their speech.
Especially
right?
if they're living like paycheck to paycheck, and this guy's living like this, and they're donating every week. That's to me, that's a crime, and I believe that.
Oh, they're suckers, bro. Too.
I believe that he'll pay for that one day.
It's almost like going and I'm gonna go and spend $100. I'm gonna gamble $100 every day because I might win.
Now listen, I'd feel differently. I think you would. I'd feel differently if money raised was $750 million and they were, maybe not a Learjet, but maybe flying commercially, maybe a normal plane flying to Africa and building, like putting in, plumbing and building drilling wells, and they're putting it. Okay, I back it. You're raising a ton of capital, but you're doing something good with it.
Yeah.
It looks like they're just building massive homes and driving Ferraris. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy. And why do you need 5 private jets? Why would you need 5? Why would you need a $17.5 million private jet that you bought from Tyler Perry? Did you hear what he said? He gave me such a good deal on that plane. I could not turn it down.
Yeah. What is Donald Trump's net worth? He worth richer than these guys?
I don't think these net worth.
$5.1 billion, baby.
Good for him, man. Well, didn't he just make a couple billion off Truth Social?
Yeah.
yeah, the stock's going up and down. So probably just I don't know what it is now.
Yeah.
Was he worth more than that too?
Yeah, I think it was like 8.
Oh.
The only president ever in history, whose net worth has gone down after becoming president. Ever. Literally ever.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think Lincoln net worth went up though, or JFK's.
I shouldn't say of I don't know about JFK, but of modern time.
Yeah.
Maybe not Lincoln, but he did get those nice teeth at the end.
Did he?
Didn't he get wooden teeth?
It's Washington.
That's why.
Oh yeah, shit. That is Washington. My history's a little off today, boys.
A little. Today.
Hey, you got the pamphlets right on Nagasaki. So
Bro,
you're
I got
so
everything right.
No, I looked something up. We were both.
We were both correct. That was before the
yeah.
camera was rolling.
Was
and we
it?
were
Was
both
it?
correct.
I said that Botox was botulism. You said no. I think it's a toxin.
It's a toxin that's like botulism, right?
It's a toxin that makes botulism.
There you go.
Yeah.
I gotta use the
All right,
bathroom.
so I'm
buddy.
a little. You want to wrap? Hang on, let me see what else I got for us. Oh, did you see the videos I was sending in? Because I've thought this for a long time. Do you think the lottery, essentially, I'm talking about the big one, Powerball, Mega Millions? Do you think it's a scam?
Yes.
I do. Do you think people actually win? I do think occasionally people
Yeah,
win,
I think occasionally
but
people
I
win.
think these
one ticket on it goes right back into the pot.
yeah, but these massive ones, do you think people win, or do
No.
you think this is a scam by the government? I think it's a scam by the government.
Yep.
I don't think people are winning this.
No.
I think they're funding certain ventures with that
I'm
money.
sure. Yeah.
Do you know anybody that's ever won big? I'm not talking about
No.
$1,000
I
bucks.
don't know, buddy. I don't know.
I don't know
I know a
anybody.
bunch of losers.
Yeah.
No, I
You,
don't know.
Andrew, what's your take on that? You think the lottery's a scam?
No.
You don't think
but
so? You
I
think?
don't know. I don't know anyone that's actually won like a significant amount.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think any money
me
the
and Marky
government
talk
touches
about that.
at all is a scam. But
me and Marky talk about even like the Powerballs. Like, oh, the guy in California won. Get the hell out of here.
did you watch all that shit I sent you today? None of that.
I watched some of it. I mean, dude.
I do send you a lot of stuff. If you do win, 24% of your earnings are automatically withheld to go to the IRS.
If you do win what?
If you win any, well, I don't know what the dollar figure must be, but let's say you win $1 million, or let's say you win $500 million, they automatically withhold 24%.
Automatically.
Automatically.
That's and then more on top of that. No.
Well, that just for the IRS. I don't know what other fees or assessments.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, that's not bad. You think it's not bad? 24%. I thought it'd be like more like 40%.
No, that-
Definitely puts you in a different tax bracket.
yeah.
That's why you got to take like the yearly payout.
Last thing I had written
Yeah,
down.
but you might, no, you can't do that.
Last
Gotta
thing
get
I
it-
had
gotta
written
get it up
down
front.
in my notes here to talk about is
You take notes, huh?
Well, I just write notes, just some
joking.
talking points.
You talk to text. You talk to
you,
text.
You send me notes too during
You
the day.
talk to text.
TikTok. The House of Representatives voted to ban it. Correct? It starts, I believe, in September. Am I right about
What?
that?
I didn't hear
Well,
that.
doesn't it have to go through the Senate and then the president?
I haven't heard that.
Is it a bill?
It's a bill that just passed the House of Representatives. Correct?
Who's
But
Bill?
Did it, but
Who's
did
Bill?
it pass the Senate and Biden has to sign it?
I believe. Oh, okay. Well,
So
Bill who?
I know it passed, which is not surprising, right? That it passed the House of Representatives, I guess. But well, then I don't know why they put that September date on it. Then I just read that in September.
maybe it would go into effect.
But a lot of people,
another of more malinformation from Roger Matthews.
no, from Trucker Carlson.
Yeah, malinformation from Trucker Carlson.
I was asking a question, if you heard me correctly. I said, did you hear about this? That's what I saw today. I was asking a question. Andrew corrected me and answered that question. However, a lot of people I saw on TikTok are saying, because a lot of people on TikTok are pissed off.
Because they make money that way, right?
Well, the payout, I guess, is way, way different than it used to be on TikTok. People used to make money on TikTok. They're really not making much anymore. A lot of people are going to something that I've never heard of before. Have you heard of it? Clapper?
No.
A lot of people say go to Clapper.
Clapper. It sounds like
You heard it? Have you heard of Clapper?
That
Clap
sounds gay.
on, clap
That sounds
off.
gay, bro.
The Clapper. That used to be a thing, remember?
Yeah, Clapper.
The Clapper. Have you heard
I'm a
anything about
clapper.
that,
I'm a
Andrew?
clapper up, boy.
You don't know anything
Clapper
about
up.
it? I know
I never
nothing
heard of
about
it.
it either. Will TikTok bill move forward? Mitch McConnell pushes for. What was the date on this?
Today.
Today. Could effectively ban.
Mitch McConnell, what's he pushing for?
Well, he's the Senate, so he's telling the senators to pass the House
Can he
bill.
tell anybody anything?
Yeah.
I'm saying, can he physically do it? I don't know if he can physically do it.
No.
All right, so it passed the House, so it goes to the Senate now.
They say it's a bad thing, right? They say this is
course
kind of
it
like
is.
this is another way to like
Well-
Trojan horse type shit. Like they're gonna do this, then they can take other shit away.
Well, this is at least what I'm hearing, right? Facebook. I guess since Elon bought X now or Twitter, maybe that's a little different because obviously he has different views. But certainly before Elon bought it, right? They're American-owned companies. The federal government has some involvement with them. Obviously, worked behind the scenes with a lot of them. They're saying TikTok is not American-owned, correct? That way they really have no ability to censor it, right, Andrew? It's not an
I don't know if
American-owned
that's
company.
why. No, it's not.
They have an American
Like-
subsidiary that
Right.
runs it, but it's foreign owned, yeah.
Okay.
But it's all bullshit.
Right.
It's just another way to say,
Everything
okay,
the
we're going to do this,
government
then
does
they're
is
going to take
bullshit.
away this, they're going to take away that. It's another censorship
what-
thing.
there's no
It's another
difference.
censorship.
There's no difference.
There's
between
nowhere.
that. There's no difference between TikTok and Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, there's no difference.
But how
So
much
why
do you
are
learn?
they
What do
I
you mean
talking?
learned
no
so much
difference?
from TikTok. Like,
There's no difference in that you can express your views. You can have freedom of
I
speech.
think you have more freedom of speech probably on X right now than anywhere.
well, only because Elon bought it. Yes.
but I think
correct,
TikTok's pretty like wide open. Like TikTok,
the
you
most
go to the
part.
comment section and you see what people actually think,
Right.
and you learn a lot. And
Well, it's becoming worse. When they first started, they called it the conservative platform because you could say whatever you wanted. They're definitely now banning people and
but my like feed is more right leaning, and I don't know. I don't find things banned that I would think would be banned. But
I've followed a couple of creators that said, my account got banned or whatever. Not many, but a few.
I'm sure it does. But it's just because they can't let the truth be out there.
Exactly.
It's 1984. That's all it is.
They're
They rewrite
200%.
history and they silence the opposition.
Yep. Scary.
You got your license, right?
For
1984.
pretty much. I'm not that much older than you, or you're not that much younger than me, buddy.
I'm just joking.
All right. Well,
I gotta
we
do.
can wrap-
Listen, I gotta do. I do talk about everything that's not true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I call you smart.
You said you had to pee and go poke your hemorrhoid in, so go ahead.
I need those long fingers you got, buddy.
All right. Champ of the Tramp out. Everybody wish Frankie good luck, and let's hope he doesn't have to have his asshole lasered.
Roger.
Gaza Deech.
If I need a, I don't know. I'm not gonna ask you.
You got nothing? All right.
Nothing.
Guys, just a reminder, don't forget to find and follow us on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and most other podcast platforms.